Hello, entrepreneurs and real estate investors. Today, I'm joined by Teia, who's a member of our team at Innovate Virtual Assistance Corporation, or we also call ourselves EVA. I know it's IVA, but EVA sounds like a person. So we love people, and at Innovate, we're all about helping people grow and scale their business. And we're also helping people with all kinds of awesome skills find clients internationally. So Teia is a contractor for us at Innovate, and Teia does bookkeeping and a variety of things. So she said yes to join me on this interview, which is it's always hard to be on camera. I know that's why I started my own podcast a few years ago, and I had to practice. It wasn't easy, but welcome, Teia. And
Hi,
how are you today?
I'm good. I'm fine. How are you?
Good. Can you tell us where you're joining us from?
Come again?
Can you tell us where you're from?
Oh yeah, I am from the Philippines. I am from the northern part, which is the Ilocos Sur. So we're famous here with the beaches. So might as well come here.
Yeah, we should show some pictures of those beaches. They're absolutely gorgeous. Really beautiful place. So, what drove you to the world of virtual assistants, Teia?
Okay, so my VA story started last year. It was 2022. So, VA role has been popular in the Philippines, especially in social media. So, it happens that my friend, a good friend of mine, is also a virtual assistant, and I reached out to him on how could I enter this line of work, wherein it is very famous. So I reached out and he helped me, and he referred me to his previous job wherein they do not require their VA experience, because a lot here in the Philippines, the agencies here require VA experience. And from that, I was quite hesitant to enter this line of work, um, probably because I'm not yet that confident about my communication and such. But then I happen to have a very supportive brother, wherein he told me that in every path that you take, you should put your 100%. And that instilled to me, and I did. I hop off in this journey, and it was a very exciting and a roller coaster ride, that I might say. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds great. And can you tell us about your background? Because I think you've gone to university or college or.
Yeah, I graduated Bachelor of Science in Accountancy, and as well as Management Accounting. And last year as well, I passed the US Certified Management Accountant.
Wow, okay, so you're very educated. I feel
I
I feel
thank you for
unskilled
that.
here.
No, don't be.
I like to tease you, but so did your past work experience help you or equip you to become a virtual assistant?
Oh, so for my previous experience, I've been an audit associate in one of the big four audit firms here in the Philippines, which is PricewaterhouseCoopers, or
Okay, wow.
PwC. Yeah, it is also known in other. They have branches other in the other countries as well, and yeah, it has served as a training ground for me, because it instilled to in my mind the importance of being detail oriented, and to practice grace under pressure, because when it comes to tax seasons,
Yeah.
you will be overwhelmed with a lot of work, and sometimes you just have to breathe and focus on your task, and just focus on your deliverables. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're extremely organized. So far, we've been working together on setting up new books for Innovate, a brand new company, and a chart of accounts. And you already have all kinds of systems and suggestions, which is amazing. A lot of entrepreneurs, real estate investors, especially, are starting out and they don't know how to set up their books, and or they may, but it's not ideal. So you come from a background of a huge company. PricewaterhouseCooper is enormous in Canada and the US, all over the world. I didn't even know they were in the Philippines. So there you go. Uh,
Yep.
that's amazing. So, which virtual assistant task are you an expert on?
Oh, so just what I've said with my background, I specialized in bookkeeping and general accounting. So I am in charge with the flow of accounts payables, accounts receivables, providing you a clean reports. I mean, I'm always here to help when it comes to accounting terms. I'm always here.
That's great. Yeah, and that's the stuff I personally strongly dislike. So I'd love to delegate it to someone who enjoys it and knows what she's doing. So
Yep. We're here. We're here to lend a hand.
yeah, that's wonderful. And can you tell us what attributes and talents are essential for you as a virtual assistant?
For me, I always uphold to three attributes or qualities. I First one is of course communication, and then the next would be commitment, and the third would be the on how enthusiastic I am to learn new things, because the world evolves and change is the
Yes.
only constant thing in the world. So we have to learn and adapt to things.
Yeah, that's the only certainty we have is things will change. We're sure of that.
Yeah.
Which industries do you have the most experience in?
Oh, okay. I have a lot of the industries that I have worked with, but most of them are in the real estate industry. So I know the fix and flip, the buy and hold or rental, Airbnb, and also wholesaling. But aside from that, I also have experience with the e-commerce industry, roofing, as well as home care and plumbing and installation. Yeah.
Okay, so everything related, like you said, real estate or businesses surrounding real estate. So that's amazing. That's our main
Yeah.
clientele here, so it makes a lot of sense. So you mentioned communication is super important. How do you communicate with your clients?
Yeah. Communication is really important because I believe as a virtual assistant, it is the foundation of your relationship with the client. So we have to maintain this constant communication with them so that we could be able to work together hand in hand, and it would make it would make the task easier as well. And knowing that you are getting close to your client means a lot as well.
Yeah, it really does. And you build relationships. I know I've had VAs for some of them over 3 years, and now they're like part of the family. Even my kids ask, hey, how's this person doing?
Yeah, that's the goal.
Yeah, we become a team. So that's great. What is
Yeah.
the most challenging project you've ever worked on?
Okay, so for my previous in my previous company, I was able to handle the largest client of our company, which is a roofing industry in the roofing industry, and it was challenging for me because I was just in my 2 weeks that
Oh,
time,
wow.
and I was just starting, and then they are giving me this kind of task, and but I am glad that they gave it to me because I have enhanced my bookkeeping experience and my skills. I've learned a lot, means a lot. I've navigate QuickBooks in the way that I outside the box. I mean, I have to utilize resources outside the company like that. So it was very challenging, but knowing that I've been able to provide the reports and being commended by their chief accountant means it was a great pleasure. It was overwhelming as well.
Wow. And what made it challenging? Is it the number of transactions, like very lots and lots of transactions, or?
Yeah, actually, those transactions. I mean, there are a thousand transactions in a month.
Oh,
So,
wow. Okay,
and
that's
yeah,
busy.
it's really busy, and it was and also the backlogs. We have to work on the backlogs as well. So it was quite hectic, but we managed. I survived. I'm here.
So they hadn't done their books in how long? Maybe a year or two, or
No, it's just for that year as well, around 5 months.
but 5 months times 1,000 transaction per month, so
Yeah,
like
and
5,000 entries. Wow. Okay, that
yep,
is a lot.
yep.
Can you tell us this one is a bit separate, but an average client, how many transactions would you say is more reasonable? Like 100, 200, 500? What's more manageable?
I I would say a 300, about 300 transactions would be manageable.
Okay, so this client was 3.5 times as big as a normal client.
Oh,
Wow. Okay, so it gives us an idea of scale. And what's your biggest achievement?
oh yeah, just what I've mentioned a while ago, being able to provide the reports for our biggest client has been a greatest achievement of mine, and having that close relationship with them. But on a personal level, I consider my biggest achievement when I do provide uh, the needs of my family, because I am the youngest in our
Oh,
family.
wow.
And yeah, and for at the time being, I've been treated as a princess. They provided me the things that I need, and when I've been a professional, now I've been able to give back the love and support that they have given me. Yeah,
Amazing. And how big is your family?
we're a family of six.
Okay,
So,
so a
oh,
large.
seven now because I have a niece.
Oh, wow. And the niece lives with you and everything. Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
And you're able to help. And that's one of the reasons Innovate wants to help you grow and help your family, help your community as well. We just love that. It's part of our mission. Um,
Yep.
so, Teia, maybe this is one of them, but what motivates you?
What motivates me? Actually, when I entered the VA industry or the VA world, I've realized that a part of that there was a Teia that I lost when the pandemic hits, because a lot of my plans and my dreams were put on hold.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, but when I started diving here in this line of work, I was able to gain more confidence with the validations and the command that I am receiving from the client. I it what That's what motivated me to be more to be better in my line of work, and a personal level as well.
Wow, that's amazing. I'm glad you were able to come out of it.
Yeah, it's like it's comeback time. We need to focus on your dreams. Let's go like that.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, time flies, and it has been challenging for everybody. I'm sure some people it's harder as well if you're more introverted or extroverted. It affected people differently. So, last question for you, Teia. And you're doing great. You mentioned at the beginning you were worried about communications. You're on a kind of a podcast or video interview, which is not for
Oh,
everybody. So you're doing amazing. Um,
yes, this is the first.
yeah, why not? You have to try new things. It's like jumping off a plane.
Yep.
So, what strategy and mindset do you utilize in this line of work?
Yep. It's when I was working, I always say that when the problem arise, we should focus on the solution and not the problem. I mean, yes, there are things that we cannot control, out of our control, but what we need to do is to focus on how we can resolve it, and to go back on the way it used to be. I mean, yes, it you can vent out your feelings or your frustrations for a while, but then you have to wake up and say that I have to do this, and I need to get back on track. Like,
Wow, so positive. I love it. For all the clients joining Innovate in the future, we have a group chat, and every morning I get these lovely posts from the team. Have a blessed day. Have a wonderful day. Keep it up, and so positive and encouraging. And sometimes it's hard, like you said, to remember. Okay, this has happened. This is the problem. How do I move forward and how do I get going? So, wow, what an inspiration, Teia. It's been amazing
Thank
chatting with you. We'll have to connect with you again in a little while and see what's next, what's new with your life and your adventure. And thank you very much.
thank you so much as well, Francois.
Cheers.